I believe that Floyd Mayweather has gone completely broke. And not just broke, but millions and millions of dollars in debt.
Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of...
Bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash. Hilarious, I love it. He has $15 million worth of cars.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. What the feds just uncovered in Floyd Mayweather's house is terrifying. They're going after Floyd Mayweather's bag. Remember the brother that walked around with a $100 million check in his bag, said he ain't even got to cash it?
I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money that there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more.
FBI agents stormed Floyd Mayweather's Las Vegas mansion, uncovering a shocking $420 million fraud case. Inside, they found signs of fake investments, shady bank accounts, and offshore money trails. The news rocked fans and the finance world alike, but the moment it exploded online, when ESPN star Stephen A. Smith dropped a fiery, no-filter reaction live on air, raw, real, and viral. This isn't just boxing drama. It's money, crime, fame, and fallout all colliding.
I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, you know, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
Luxury law enforcement drama unfolded as federal authorities raided Floyd Mayweather's lavish Las Vegas estate, uncovering an alleged cryptocurrency fraud empire, shell corporations, digital laundering networks, and fabricated investment ventures, potentially implicating high net worth individuals within the boxing legend's exclusive financial circle.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So check it out. This morning I was walking through Beverly Hills and I passed by Floyd Mayweather's $30 million mansion. It's over 15,000 square feet with 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, resort-style backyard.
Insiders reveal the FBI uncovered encrypted ledgers, offshore banking data, digital assets, and financial records, totaling an estimated $420 million, linked to potential money laundering, cryptocurrency fraud, investment scams, and high-level financial crimes.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Mayweather's flashy lifestyle, private jets, Bugattis, diamond chains, and stacks of cash is legendary. But now, federal agents are looking into claims that part of his wealth came from shady deals. Shocking reports hint he may have backed or fronted investment scams that scammed thousands, especially overseas. Whether he knew or not, big money, luxury, and possible fraud are all in play.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. Ooh. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
1 point. That is sick, dude.
But wow. You gotta show them what he's saying.
Money green.
No,
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
I think it's a one of one. I love that.
Stephen A. Smith has seen Floyd Mayweather's rich life up close. Mansions, supercars, and a private jet. He knows how deep Floyd's wealth runs. From flashy luxury to smart money moves, Smith gets the grind behind Mayweather's billion-dollar empire. His front-row view into Floyd's lifestyle reveals more than fame. It shows real business smarts, elite money management, and the mindset of a true financial winner.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand. Yeah. He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
What makes Stephen A. Smith's reaction even bigger is that he's actually been inside Floyd Mayweather's luxury mansion. In past interviews, he called it a symbol of millionaire success, a true flex of fame, discipline, and smart branding. Smith saw firsthand how talent can build a celebrity lifestyle most people only dream of.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3 1.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
After retiring, Mayweather came back, not for legacy, but for money. His viral fight with YouTube star Logan Paul felt more like a cash grab than real boxing. Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith slammed the match, calling it low on skill and high on hype. Logan, a celebrity influencer, wasn't a real threat. For a legend like Floyd, stepping into the ring for easy pay-per-view money felt more like chasing fame and fortune than defending greatness.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
Floyd Mayweather finally spoke out after Logan Paul accused him of not paying up. On the Pivot podcast, Floyd dodged the heat, saying he likes YouTubers and the cash was just taking time. But fans saw through it. His calm tone couldn't hide the money drama. It felt more like a delay tactic than the truth. The YouTube boxing world lit up, with finance scandals and unpaid debts taking center stage once again.
Logan Paul, he said you owe him some bread. How you feel about someone making those type of accusations?
That comes with the territory.
Right.
And you got to realize, when you used to getting, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check.
Shit, we getting a YouTube check.
Right.
This is going to be a big YouTube check.
Yeah, so, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 or 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when a table is turned.
Right.
Look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't never trip. So now when the table is turned, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday you ever got in your life.
Recent reports have raised questions about Floyd Mayweather Jr., which's claim of owning 62 rental apartments worth $402 million in Upper Manhattan. While Mayweather publicly states and posts on social media that he owns these properties, investigations tell a different story. In an Instagram video, Mayweather confidently said, "All the buildings are mine, no partners." However, property records from Business Insider show that the ownership of these buildings hasn't changed.
Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So, according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings.
Mayweather Jr. recently addressed rumors suggesting his $402 million real estate investment had led to financial troubles. He asserted that he independently acquired 62 buildings in Manhattan, stating, "I used my own money and no one else is in on this."
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright. In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
Stephen A. Smith has repeatedly criticized Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement exhibition matches. While he accepted the fight with Conor McGregor due to McGregor's experience, Smith slammed Mayweather's later bouts against weaker opponents. He believes these easy payday matches could damage Mayweather's legendary legacy.
Gotti III having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
In a revealing interview, Smith confronted Mayweather about his priorities, questioning if he placed more importance on his legacy than financial success. Mayweather's answers, emphasizing his sharp business strategies and wealth-building focus, led Smith and others to believe he shifted from safeguarding his boxing legacy to maximizing profit.
You made money. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is, I made smart investments. and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
Well, we ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses. I don't want my kids to have to answer to nobody. So I will take the long road. I will take the bumps and the bruises for them, for my loved ones.
But Fear, it's important to point this out about you. You're not just that way when it comes to your family and your children. You're that way with professional athletes. I know NBA players that have relationships with you, professional football players that have relationships with you, etc. And the same thing that you just said that you preach to your children and your family, you've been preaching to them. That seems to be a personal mission of yours. Why?
It's about giving back. You know, I don't have to go on record and talk about the things that I do. I don't have to go on record.
Former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen stirred things up by revealing a shocking truth. He claimed the Mayweather versus McGregor fight didn't make as much money as everyone thought. According to Sonnen, many empty seats were filled with people paid to make the arena look full. As someone who covered the fight live, he exposed the PR stunt by Mayweather's team, calling out the fake hype behind the event.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
In an interview, Stephen Mayweather was asked if he valued his legacy or wealth more. Known for his money-driven image, Mayweather admitted to earning over $800 million in his career, but emphasized that his main goal was always to build lasting financial success.
I've already, in the sport of boxing, I've already made somewhere upwards of $800 million.
You made money. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is, I made smart investments, and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
We ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses.
Do you think Floyd Mayweather's exhibition bouts boost or hurt his legacy? Is focusing on big earnings instead of real competition acceptable for a retired champion? Share your thoughts in the comments.